Playmakers, how's it going? This is Coach Wood, and we are ready to rock and roll, you guys, with another amazing episode of the Weekday Huddle. So, if you are joining us for the very first time, stopping by the channel for the very first time, welcome to the Before You Go Pro channel. I'm your host, Coach Wood. This is the Weekday Huddle, baby. This is where we serve football players, parents of football players, the guardians, coaches, and football fans. Monday through Friday, you guys, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. This is where you can find Coach Wood. So we cover the topics that matter to these football families. We cover them from an educational standpoint. We cover things that you guys aren't even thinking about so that you are covered with the business of football, okay? Now, if you're joining us for the very first time, obviously welcome, but there's some housekeeping to do. So you need to make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content so that you're notified whenever we have new content on behalf of the Weekday Huddle and Before You Go Pro. But also, you need to go down in the description box, baby. You need to go down there and check out what we've curated for you. If you are a player, it makes sense to go down there, grab some of the resources so that you can be on the next level. If you're a parent, check it out. And we've also got some NIL news that we are getting ready for you guys. So click on that NIL link as well so that you can be educated on that side of things, because the NIL thing is changing kids' lives. It's changing young people's lives, and you need to know about it. So let's get into today's topic, because today's topic is a good one. They're all good ones, but today's topic is a very enlightening and educational topic, and it is the topic of what we do at Before You Go Pro. You know, many people see some of our content. They see us on the Locker Room Show bringing in great guests. You might see some things on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and you're wondering, you see athletes tagging us when they're committing to schools. You're wondering, what do we do at Before You Go Pro? And to keep it very simple and put it in layman's terms, you guys, we're the matchmakers. We're the matchmakers. We're the ones that connect the schools with athletes who are looking for a home, you guys. And we work a very specific way. But if you were ever wondering what Coach Wood does for a living, how I feed my family, and what Before You Go Pro is all about, in a nutshell, you guys, we're the matchmakers. It's a dating service, especially today with the transfer portal. You guys, it's a dating service for football players and universities for college football programs. So that's what we do, you guys. But it does require some very specific things to take place, because this is business. And in business, you never want to get a bad name. You never want to get a bad rap. So we have to have a profound knowledge, you guys. And this has been years and decades in relationships that have built this knowledge. But with Before You Go Pro, we have to have a profound knowledge of what the university is looking for. Because if you know what they're looking for, then you can service them properly. And if you service them properly, then guess what? They're going to love you, and they're going to keep coming back for your athletes. It's no different than a top-notch high school. You got Buford down in Georgia. You got St. Thomas Aquinas in Florida. You got a modern day. Schools like that have coaches keep coming back. They have recruiters keep coming back because they're being served the right way by those schools. They're getting a great kid that's going to come ball out, that's going to act the right way. He may or may not jump in the portal, but hopefully he does that the right way. But there's a reason that they're coming back to those schools. It's the same thing with Before You Go Pro. There's a reason they come back and they say, "Who you got, Coach Wood?" Is because we service them the right way. We know what they're looking for. We never waste their time. They may not take an athlete we put in front of them, but they're definitely going to take a look and evaluate them because they know we're not going to waste their time. They know that we know exactly what they're looking for, and if we pitch a young man to them, that it's somebody that's probably close to what they're looking for, and somebody that they need to take a good look at. Now, there's two sides to the business. There's two sides to the business because obviously we deal with recruiters and we're looking to find out what's on their grocery list and help them get who they need to take their program to the next level. But also we're dealing with the athletes, and the athletes have needs and wants as well. So it really takes a knowledge on both hands to know what both parties are looking for. You're not going to have a match if you're trying to pitch a kid to a school that he would never consider. And you're not going to have a match if you're pitching a kid to a school that's not the type of kid they're looking for. You know, maybe the kid socially would not fit in at that school, or academically they can't do anything for them. They love them athletically, but they can't get them in academically. Why waste their time? Why waste? There's never going to be a match there. So at the end of the day, you guys, that's what we do with Before You Go Pro. That's really all recruiting is in a nutshell, is it's matchmaking. The schools are going to try go find and flirt and go date and find somebody they want to put a ring on it. That's the scholarship. That's the NIL agreement, is when they put a ring on it. But before then, they're flirting and dating, and then we're trying to put the right people in front of them to see if they want to put a ring on it. You guys, at the end of the day, that's all recruiting is. Now, there's definitely some things that athletes have to pay attention to. You have to know your value. You have to know your value in this recruiting game. That's one thing that we do with our athletes. We're very keen and aware on what their value could be. Now, that takes some faith and trust. And trust is a big part of this matchmaking deal, because we may be telling an athlete, you know, he may be getting a little nervous, and we're telling him something's coming. He's got to trust that. He's got to trust that something's coming. But that's because we have a knowledge that there are schools out there that might be a good match. That might be a good match. So you guys, look for a matchmaker. If you don't have what you need, if you're in the class of 2026, that's when we're filming this huddle episode. If you don't have what you're looking for, you gotta find someone that can help you make a match. There's schools out there looking for you, but you gotta find someone that can find that school and make a match. All right. So if you want that to be us, obviously you can reach out at beforeyougopro.com, because we work with kids across the country. But that's what we do, you guys. On a daily basis, we're talking to universities. We're asking them what their needs are. They may say high school. They may say portal. They may say transfer, junior college kid. And then we look and see if we've got a match, and we present that young man to them. And 9 times out of 10, once again, we've been doing this for so long, we're definitely going to get the evaluation, but a lot of times we're going to get the money too. So hopefully you guys got some insight into how this Before You Go Pro thing works. The content that we publish is just service. It's just educational. It's us sitting in the pews together. But on the back end, there's a whole program, you guys, where we play matchmaker. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Weekday Huddle. Once again, please make sure that you subscribe, so when we have new content come out, you can be notified. And then also check out what we have for you down in the description box. I'm Coach Wood. I'll see you at the top.